Hello students, welcome to the session of some more criteria for congruence of triangles. In this chapter, that equality of three angles of one triangle to three angles of the other is not sufficient for the congruence of the two triangles. Now I am going to explain triple S congruence rule. Actually this theorem can be proved using a suitable construction. Now you have to take two triangles. One triangle is ABC, another one triangle is PQR. Construct two triangles with sides 4.5 cm, 3.5 cm and 6 cm. Cut them out and place them on each other. Actually they cover each other completely. The equal sides are placed on each other. So the two triangles are congruent. So what is the statement of a triple S congruence rule? Side, side, side rule. If three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. In triangle ABC, the AB value is 3.5 cm. In the triangle PQR, PQ value is actually PR value is 3.5 cm and BC value is 6 cm. QR value is 6 cm. In the first triangle AC value is 4.5 cm. In the second triangle PQ value is 4.5 cm. So the triangle ABC is congruent to P or Q. This is actually triple S congruence rule. If the three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. The next one, RHS congruence rule. The expansion is actually right angle, hypotenuse and the side. If in two right triangles, the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Construct two right angle triangles with hypotenuse equal to 5 cm and one side equal to 4 cm. ABC is one triangle, right angled at B. PQR is one right angle triangle, right angled at Q. The hypotenuse value is AC value 5, here PR value is 5 cm. One side BC value 4 cm, one side QR value 4 cm. Cut them out and place one triangle over the other with equal side. Placed on each other, actually turn the triangles. The two triangles cover each other completely and so they are congruent. You just here notice one thing, the right angle is not the included angle in this case. That is important. So what is the abbreviation of RHS congruence rule? Right angle, hypotenuse, side. Okay. Next, exercise 7.3, first problem. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC, and vertices A and D are on the same side of BC. If AD is extended to intersect BC at P, show that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP, AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. The fourth one is AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. We have to prove the first condition. First write the given. What is the given? Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles. Okay. ABC and DBC. These are the two isosceles triangles. Okay, that is given on the same base BC. And what is the next given? Isosceles triangle means we have to take the sides are equal. ABC first triangle means we have to take AB equal to AC. And DBC is isosceles triangle means we have to take DB equal to DC. Okay, write the given. AB equal to AC and DB equal to DC. Another one given, AD intersects BC at P. AD intersects BC at P. First condition, we have to prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. This is our first proof. This is ABC is a triangle, DBC is also a triangle. These two triangles are isosceles triangle. We know AB equal to AC. This side is equal to this side. And DB is equal to DC. Okay. We just use this two value. AB equal to AC. That is given. DB equal to DC. That is also given. You just look at the triangle ABC and DBC. Actually, In this triangle ABD and ACD, already two sides are equal, and another one AD is the common side. So you have to mention it. AD is the common side. Using this rule, this is also side, this is also side, the third one is also side. So triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. What is the reason? By triple S rule. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Next here we have to use the CPCT rule. No. So using CPCT rule we have to write angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. Actually BAD, this angle is equal to CAD, because the reason is by CPCT. Okay, actually BAD equal to CAD. Same procedure we have to follow. BAP equal to CAP. Angle BAP, this angle BAP is equal to CAP. Using this we have to take BAP equal to CAP. Next we have to prove triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. The second proof, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Take the two triangle in triangle ABP and triangle ACP. ABP and ACP. Use the first given condition, that is AB equal to AC. We know these two sides are equal. That is given. Okay. Another one, BAP is equal to CAP. Just now we proved this. Angles are equal. So, proved above. And the next one, AP is equal to AP, because this is common. Here we have to use SAS congruence rule. This is one side, this is one side, and the included angle. So SAS rule, we have to write triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Okay, our second proof over. The next one is third proof. AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. Okay. We know triangle BAD. This triangle BAD is congruent to triangle ACD. Write this, triangle BAD congruent to triangle ACD. Okay. Proved above. The next one, angle BAD is equal to CAD. These two triangles are congruent means using CPCT rule we have to take BAD equal to CAD. So using this, actually BAD is equal to CAD means this line bisects angle A. So directly we have to write AD bisects angle A. Implies we have to write AP bisects angle A. Okay. Again you have to take a triangle BDP and triangle CDP. Okay, take these two triangle BDP and CDP. BDP and CDP. Here you have to apply one condition, that is BD equal to CD. In this two triangle we know this two sides are equal. No, BD equal to CD. Again you have to take BP equal to CP, because triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So automatically BP equal to CP. Write the reason also. Triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP. So here we have to use CPCT rule. Take the condition BP equal to CP. And another one, DP is common. Angle BDP is equal to angle CDP. DP is bisector of BDP. So DP is a bisector of BDP means we have to take AP is bisector of angle D. Hence AP is bisector of angle A as well as angle D. Fourth proof, to prove AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. This line AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. We have to prove this condition. We know already triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. This is already proved. Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Using these two triangles, we have to take BP equal to CP. Actually, BP equal to CP means based on CPCT rule. Again, we have to take APB is equal to APC. Same reason, by CPCT rule. Now, APB equal to APC, we have to write angle APB plus angle APC is equal to 180 degree. Actually, APB plus APC, this is actually 180 degree because the reason is linear pair axiom. By linear pair axiom, we have to take APB plus APC equal to 180 degree. So, actually we have to know APB equal to APC, no. So, apply this condition here. So, APB plus APB, what is that? 2 angle APB equal to 180 degree. So, APB equal to 180 by 2, that is 90 degree. So, APB equal to 90 degree means we have to take AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. So, using this condition, we have to write AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. Perpendicular bisector of BC. That's all. Next, second question. AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB equal to AC. Show that AD bisects BC and the second one AD bisects angle A. What is given? ABC is an isosceles triangle. So, the two equal sides are AB and AC. Another one, we have to prove AD bisects BC and AD bisects angle A. First, we have to write the given. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equal to AC. Okay. Another one, AD is perpendicular to BC. We have to prove AD bisects BC and AD bisects angle A. First, we have to take two triangle BAD and triangle CAD. The first triangle is actually BAD and the second triangle is CAD. Okay. In these two triangles, you just look at ADB and ADC is equal to 90 degree. Each angle is 90 degree only. So, we have to write the angle ADB is equal to ADC is equal to 90 degree. Okay, because AD is perpendicular. AD is actually altitude of BC. Reason is AD is altitude of BC. Okay. And what is given? AB equal to AC. That is given condition only. Another one, AD is the common side. So, you just look at these three conditions. One angle is 90 degree, one side is equal and another one common side. So, here we have to apply RHS congruence rule. By RHS congruence rule, we have to write triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD. So, triangle BAD is congruent to CAD means by CPCT we have to take BD equal to CD. BD equal to CD by CPCT rule. Okay. Hence, AD bisects BC. Actually, using this, we have to take triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD. Just now we proved this condition. So, we have to write again by CPCT BAD equal to CAD. BAD equal to CAD means directly we have to take AD bisects angle A. Actually, triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAD, proved above. So by CPCT we have to take BAD equal to CAD. So directly we have to write AD bisects angle A. Next problem. Two sides AB and BC and median AM of one triangle ABC are equal to sides PQ and QR and median PN of triangle PQR. Show that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Actually, the given details are two sides AB and BC and median AM of one triangle ABC are equal to two sides PQ and QR and median PN of triangle PQR. Show that triangle ABM is congruent to PQN and ABC is congruent to PQR. Actually, median is a straight line joining the vertex and the midpoint of the opposite side. Here, the line AM is median and the line PN is median. We have to prove triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. First, write the given condition. The given details are the sides AB is equal to PQ. The first triangle side AB, the second triangle side PQ. So, we have to take AB equal to PQ and the second side BC equal to QR and the median AM equal to PN. Actually, median is a straight line joining the vertex and the midpoint of the opposite side. So, we have to write AM equal to PN. These are the given details. We have to prove triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. This is our first proof. So, for this proof, we have to take a triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, first we have to take a condition median, that is AM is median. The point M is actually midpoint of BC. The point actually M is midpoint of BC means we have to write BM equal to half of BC. Okay. BM equal to half of BC. Similarly, we have to use the same condition for the second triangle. Actually, PN is the median of triangle PQR. N is the actually midpoint of the side QR. So, QN equal to half of QR. Okay. Similarly, PN is median of triangle PQR. N is midpoint of QR. So, how can we write QN? QN equal to half QR. Okay. Now we have to take another one condition. We know BM equal to actually BM equal to QN. Why BM equal to QN? How can we take this? Because we just now we found BM equal to half BC and QN equal to half QR. Now we have to take BC is equal to QR. You easily we have to write half BC is equal to half QR. We know half BC value is BM, no? And actually half QR is equal to what is the value? That is QN. So, BM equal to QN. We take this condition. This is helpful to the proof. BM equal to QN. Now, in triangle ABM and triangle PQN. Actually, in this two triangle ABM and PQN, we know AB equal to PQ. ABM and PQN, the side AB equal to PQ. And we know BM equal to QN. And another one median AM equal to PN. By triple congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. So, take the values AB equal to PQ and another one BM equal to QN. What is the third one? AM equal to PN. Actually, AB equal to PQ, BM equal to QN, AM equal to PN. By triple congruence rule, we have to write directly these two triangles are congruent. triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. What is the reason? By triple S congruence rule. Next one, our second proof. To prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, that is whole triangle. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. For this our proof, first we have to take the condition. We already know some condition, that is triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQ1, that is also we know, and triangle ABM is equal to PQ1 and angle ABC is equal to angle PQR. So we have to take two triangle. Now in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have to take the values AB equal to PQ. Okay, AB equal to PQ, ABC, angle ABC is equal to angle PQR, and another one BC is equal to QR. So based on SAS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Actually, you just understand, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. This is our proof. We have to take the reasons actually. Triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. Okay. Triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQM. So we have to take angle ABM is equal to angle PQN. Okay. ABM is equal to PQN means we have to write ABC is equal to AQR. So ABC is equal to PQR. So in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we know AB equal to PQ, ABC equal to PQR and BC equal to QR. So using SAS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. That's all. Fourth question. BE and CF are two equal altitudes of a triangle ABC. Using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. Or if the altitudes from two vertices of a triangle to opposite sides are equal, prove that the triangle is isosceles. ABC is a triangle that is given. BE and CF are two equal altitudes, that is B equal to CF of triangle ABC. Here we have to, using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. Okay. First write the given. What are the given conditions? The first one, BE and CF are two altitudes such that we have to take BE equal to CF. Okay. To prove ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay. Take two triangles. The two triangles are BEC and CFB. This triangle. Okay. Triangle BEC and triangle CFB. For our proof, we have to take these two triangles BEC and CFB. Now we know these two angles are 90 degree. So mention it. Angle E equal to angle F is equal to 90 degree. And given condition B equal to CF. Okay, that is given. And in these two triangle, BC is the common side. For BFC and CFB, BC is a common side actually. So BC is equal to BC, that is common. By RHS congruence rule, one right angle, one angle, another one side. So by RHS congruence rule, we have to write triangle BEC is congruent to triangle CFB. So these two triangles are congruent, no? So we have to write angle BCE is equal to CBF. BCE is equal to, actually what is that next one? CFB. These two angles are equal. The reason is actually by CPCT rule. By CPCT rule, angle BC equal to angle CBF. So directly we have to take AB equal to AC. Why AB equal to AC? Actually the reason is sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So BCE, opposite of this angle is actually AB. And another one CBF, opposite of this angle is actually the side AC. So AB equal to AC. The reason is sides opposite to equal angles are equal. Therefore, ABC is an isosceles triangle. That's all. Next problem. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equal to AC. Draw AP is perpendicular to BC to show that angle B equal to angle C. What is given? ABC is an isosceles triangle. Mention it. ABC is an isosceles triangle. So we know two sides are equal. The sides are AB equal to AC. That is mentioned. Okay. Another one. AP is perpendicular to BC. We have to prove angle B equal to angle C. Here we have to take two triangles. The first triangle is ABP and the next triangle is ACP. In triangle ABP and triangle ACP. In these two triangles we have to take the first given condition AB equal to AC and APB and equal to APC. That is right angle, no. So we have to write APB is equal to APC. Another one, these two triangles, the side AP is common. So by RHS congruence rule, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. What is the reason? By RHS congruence rule. Okay. By RHS congruence rule, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So by here we have to apply CPCT rule. So by CPCT rule, angle B equal to angle C. That's all.